good night, good morning, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Sorry I'm running a little late today, man, but I had some family to come up to Baltimore, and and we just rolled up to go break bread together. So that's why I'm running a little late today with Saturday in Proverbs. I had to go spend some time with my family, man. Some people. Last time I saw this girl, boy, she was fresh out of high school, you know, and now she got her own kids, got grandkids. As a matter of fact, you know. So I'm like, yeah, let me, Tanya. Uh, okay, thank you. But today's Saturday in Proverbs, man. The last Saturday before Christmas. You know, Christmas is coming up, man. Next Wednesday. 10 more days. This year is gone. 10 more days. It's all we got. Now, you know, for those of you that don't know, the reason I like Proverbs is because Proverbs will show you how to live today. You don't have to guess and wonder and try to stretch your mind back 2,000 years. Proverbs will show you how to live today, what to and not to do today in 2024. But you know, when you start going through other parts of the Bible, you have to deal with that time in which they were talking about it. But you know, King Solomon was the wisest man ever, and no man will be as wise. Wrote Proverbs. And so I guess there is something that you can learn from the wisest man ever. And like I said, there are 31 chapters in Proverbs, and when you come to a month, that there are not 31 days. Just keep reading until you catch up. All right? Let's pray and get in the word. Father, thank you for another day to gather around your word. Father, speak through my mind, speak through my lips, and speak through my heart so that I may precisely articulate the wisdom and understanding to be able to pierce the hearing of your children so that we may live the lifestyle, the righteous lifestyle you have ordained for us to live. In Jesus' name, amen. And notice I said righteous lifestyle. That's not perfect. Righteous lifestyle is not harmful. And I think that's where a lot of Christians get thrown off, because when they start talking about living a righteous lifestyle, that they gotta be, man, you still cuss a mofo out living a righteous lifestyle. Because nobody's perfect. Only perfect person to walk the face of the earth was Jesus. So you ain't perfect. But when you live a righteous lifestyle, you ain't gonna hurt nobody, you ain't gonna lie, you ain't gonna deceive, you ain't gonna cheat, you ain't gonna do none of that. If anything, that's what'll be happening to you, okay? But you ain't gonna do that to nobody. What you say, you mean what you say, and you say what you mean when you live a righteous lifestyle. Let me say that again, all right? Um, when you live a righteous lifestyle, you say what you mean and you mean what you say. Like these jokers that you got out here right now, boy, when they start, you got to pull out your your map to try to see what they talking about, because most of them you can't believe. And that's why we got so much deception in the world. That's why we got so much deceit and trickery into the world, because a lot of people are not people of their word, and your word is all you got. Let me say that again. Your word is all you got. It's your word that's going to give you your reputation. How you treat your word, it's going to be how you build the reputation that you build. If you shoddy with your word, you're going to have a shoddy reputation. Okay? And I replace that O with an I. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. So, since the day is the 21st of December, we're going to start on the 21st chapter. Now, back a little over a month ago, one Saturday I woke up and the Lord say, okay, you got to get back to Saturday in Proverbs. You've been doing it from the New King James Version, but I want you to do it from the Message Bible so that people can understand it. And that particularly Saturday, man, I got over 30,000, about 33,000 views that Saturday. Never have I had that many views, ever. And I haven't made it back yet to that 30,000 mark, but I'll get there, okay? But that was to show me that this was God talking. Because not only did I obey, but I saw the results of it. So, I'll start out in the Message Bible. And then there are some verses I will read to you from the New King James Version so you can see the contrast of what's being said. Okay, so again, since the 21st of December, we're going to start on the 21st chapter, first verse. Good leadership is a channel of water controlled by God. Good leadership is a channel of water controlled by God. He directs it for whatever ends he chooses. Okay? Now, let me read that from the New King James Version. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Like the rivers of waters, he turns it wherever he wishes. See, thank you, Lord. Instead of being angry with people, why don't you pray and ask God to change their hearts? Because God is the only one that can change. The devil can't change nobody's hearts. The devil don't even know what's in a person's heart. He can influence their hearts. But God is the only one that can change somebody's heart. Okay? So, oh, wow. Oh, damn. Oh. Oh. Bernie. Whew. Wow. Second time this didn't happen to me. Wow. 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 There is a God. There is a God. Wow. Okay. Wow. Man, when you trust in God, you just have to believe. When you trust God, you just have to believe. No anxiety, no fear. You just have to be in expectation. Okay? Thank you, man. You're right. You're right. Thank you for your obedience, brother. You're right. I didn't know where that money was coming from. You're right. I was just believing God, trusting that He opened up a door. And He did. He did. Verse 2. We justify our actions by appearances. God examines our motives. See, this is the person. Well, let's look at it from the New King James Version. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the hearts. See, you got a lot of people pretending to be something on the outside and on the inside, rotten to the core. Listen, we justify our actions by appearances. God examines our motives. Why are you doing what you're doing? Are you doing it from your heart? Are you doing it with a string attached, with an ulterior motive? And especially this time of year, right now, you got a lot of people that have ulterior motives about what they're doing and why they're doing it. But they're using sympathy as the appearance. That's why you can't fall for sob stories, because people are using sob stories as appearances to get what they want. They ain't believing God. They ain't even giving God a chance. Okay? Verse 3. Clean living before God and justice with our neighbors means far more to God than religious performance. Clean living before God and justice with our neighbors mean far more to God than religious performances. See, when you clean living, man, you ain't taking advantage of nobody. You ain't lying. You ain't manipulating. You're not seeking revenge when you have clean living. You're not unforgiving when you have clean living. Verse 4. Arrogance and pride, distinguishing marks in the wicked, are just plain sin. Arrogance and pride, distinguishing marks in the wicked, are just plain sin. Listen, it says arrogance and pride. That's somebody that is rude, nasty, all of that stuff. Man, wait a minute, man. Excuse me. That boy just blessed me, man. Wow. Let me read that. Let me read that from the New King James. A haughty look, a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked are sin. A haughty look. Matter of fact, I always like to give y'all the definition of some of these words. So let me look up the word haughty. haughty, arrogantly superior, and disdainful. Somebody that thinks they better than, that's always looking down on. That's a haughty person. You know, and sometimes you can see that particular person when they run across somebody that they perceive that is less than them or not in the same position as them. And then you have to deal with that. Okay? Careful planning push you ahead in the long run. Hurry and scurry push you further behind. Let me read that again. Careful planning puts you ahead in the long run. Hurry and scurry push you further behind. Why? Because you're not taking time. You ain't paying attention. When you're in a hurry and you're scurrying around, you ain't being as detailed as you should be. See, you trying to manipulate something when you in a hurry. And the Bible say that will put you further behind because you're going to miss something. You're going to miss something. You're going to overlook something because you were in a hurry. Verse 6. Make it to the top by lying and cheating. Get paid with smoke and a promotion to death. Let me read that out of the New King James Version. Say, getting treasures by a lying tongue is the fleeting fancy of those who seek death. See, lying and cheating will get you in the door, but it can't keep you there. Let me say that again. Lying and cheating will get you in the door, but it can't keep you there. That's the difference. Verse 7. The wicked get buried alive by their loot because they refuse to use it to help others. God dog. Ooh, the wicked get buried alive by their loot because they refuse to use it to help others. Think about that. They don't want to give. What you gonna do with the money? Who is that gonna help? See, look at all of the parameters that you got around your giving. And you have an opportunity to help somebody. But just one little thing that don't meet your standard, and you don't. And listen, the wicked get buried alive by their loot because they refuse to use it to help others. Think about that, man. How many people done came across your path? Out of all of the people, but look at the people that sometimes cross your path that you might can uplift and that you can help and don't. Verse 8. Mixed emotions twist life into tangles. Pure motives take you straight down the road. Mixed motives twist life into tangles. Pure motives take you straight down the road. Because you say what you mean what you say. See, you ain't got no string attached to that. You don't have a hidden agenda. When you got mixed motives, you got a hidden agenda. And most folk that you deal with today got hidden agendas. They do. That's why they don't want to trust nobody, because they can't trust themselves. So forget about trusting somebody else. They ain't doing that. No. Verse 9. Better to live alone in a tumble down shack than share a mansion with a nagging spouse. See, now this, let me show you the power. Let me show you the power of a woman. I'm going to read it out of New King James Version. Better to dwell in a corner of a housetop than in a house shared with a contentious woman. Let's look up that word contentious. Contentious, causing or likely to cause an argument. Causing or like to cause an argument. It says better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than in a house shared with a contentious woman that's always nagging, that you can't please. Nothing is ever good enough for her. Listen, it says over here, better to live alone in a tumble down shack than share a mansion with a nagging spouse. You ain't got no peace. Out of all, you can have a mansion, man, all the money in the world. But if you got a nagging spouse, you ain't got no peace. You ain't got no happiness at all. None. And it say it's better for you to go and live on the corner of a housetop than to be in a mansion with a nagging woman. See, that's how powerful y'all are, women. That's how, because you can either uplift a man or break him. Let me say that again, ladies. You either gonna uplift a man or you gonna break him. And see, and the mistake a lot of y'all make is y'all don't want to fatten the frog for the snake, so you say. See, that's how come a lot of women are alone today, because they don't want to fatten the frog for the snake. That's their attitude. I ain't helping him do nothing for him to turn around and leave me. Well, now look what you just put out there. Look what you just put out there. And that's exactly what he gonna do, because that's what's in your heart, that he gonna leave. Verse 10, wicked souls love to make trouble. They feel nothing for friends and neighbors. Wicked souls love to make trouble. They feel nothing for friends and neighbors. Verse 11, simpletons only learn the hard way, but the wise learn by listening. Simpletons, ones you can't tell nothing, that know it all, only gonna learn the hard way. See, they got to go through it to get it. They got to experience it to understand it. That's a simpleton. You can't tell them nothing. But it says, but the wise will learn by listening. See, if you teach a wise man, tell a wise man something, he become even wiser. But a fool will resent you for the knowledge that you be trying to share. Let me say that again. See, a foolish person is going to be the one that is going to resent you for trying to tell them the truth, for not lying to them, for not deceiving them. They will resent you for that. Verse 12, a God-loyal person will see right through the wicked and undo the evil they have planned. A God-loyal person will see right through the wicked. Well, how you see through the wicked? Your intuition. God is going to be, see, this is why when you live a righteous lifestyle, man, that's why you pay attention to your intuition. That's why you pay attention to the thoughts that come to you. That's why you do that. Because that's how God is going to talk to you. And see, and if you ain't got a lot of drama, what's going on, Zinga? You ain't got a lot of drama, resentment. And man, when somebody walk up onto you that's fake, you're gonna be able to spot that just like that. You'll be able to spot it. Okay? When you run across a fake, if you living a righteous lifestyle, man, when a fake person come up on you, you feel that. You feel them. Ain't nobody got to tell, because something ain't right. Something is uncomfortable with you. Something don't sit right with you. See, when a fake person come around you, there's something that you ain't gonna be, and you can't put your finger on it, but you're uncomfortable. And that's the person you need to get away from. Okay? Verse 13. If you stop your ears to the cries of the poor, your cries will go unheard and unanswered. If you stop your ears to the cries of the poor, your cries will go unheard and unanswered. See, this is why you have to be careful about what you entertain. Okay? And because there are so many people out here deceiving and being deceptive about what they're doing, and you don't ask any questions, okay, then you can't be mad at nobody but yourself when somebody come along and take you because you didn't ask no questions. You can't be mad at that person. And your intuition was probably telling you, ask this question, do that. And you ignored it because you got caught up in the story. And you can't get caught up in the story because people will do any and everything to get you to drop your guard. They'll even use Jesus Christ to get you to drop your guard. Okay? And you have to know that, man. Just because somebody talking about Jesus don't mean they live Jesus. The devil know Jesus. The devil was one of God's best angels. Dinnerware's coming fine. Man, thank you for asking. The dinnerware is coming fine. What you say? It really is. The dinnerware is coming just fine, Randy. But right another now, one of my trolls. When they start, there you go. But Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Thank you, man. The dinnerware is coming just fine. See, that's somebody that's teasing me because I created a dinnerware line and just haven't had the money to produce to get a set, get it going. All right, and just then, the dinnerware line is fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm not upset with you because one day you ain't gonna be able to laugh. At least I had the courage to put it on paper. And see, you're gonna find a lot of people that's gonna be teasing you and making fun of you, and they ain't got nothing on paper they can show you. But at least I got it on paper. The Bible say, write the vision and make it plain. At least I done put it in writing. But yet, they gonna want to make fun of you. Them the kind of people, this what I'm talking about right here in Proverbs. Okay? Okay. All right. Okay. Verse 14. A quietly given gift soothes an irritable person. A heartfelt present cools a hot temper. Listen to this. A quietly given gift soothes an irritable person. A heartfelt present cools a hot temper. Okay? Verse 15. Good people celebrate when justice triumphs, but for the workers of evil, it's a bad day. Good people celebrate when justice triumphs, but for the workers of evil, it's a bad day. They don't want to see nobody having a reason to believe in what's right, because all they want to do is keep the drama going. That's what an evil person want to do. Want to keep you in despair. Want to keep you doubting, second guessing. But when justice triumphs, good people celebrate. Verse 16. Whoever wanders off the straight and narrow ends up in a congregation of ghosts. Whoever wanders off the straight and narrow ends up in a congregation of ghosts. You get tired of doing it the right way. Okay? You get tired of doing it the right way. You get tired. So you go over to the other side that you see working, because doing it the right way has not been profitable for you. So you get off the path of the straight and narrow, and you get on the wide path with everybody else. Listen, it says, whoever wanders off the straight and narrow ends up in a congregation of ghosts. And you'll find more people on that wide open path than you will on the straight and narrow. And that's the congregation of ghosts. Okay? Verse 17. You're addicted to thrills. What an empty life. The pursuit of pleasure is never satisfied. You're addicted to thrills. What an empty life. The pursuit of pleasure is never satisfied. In the New King James Version, it says, he who loves pleasure will be a poor man. He who loves wine and oil will not be rich. It's just that simple. Because you got to be dedicated, man. You got to be committed. And if you into the club, you into partying, you into the hip thing that's supposed to do, you'll never be rich, man, because you ain't willing to sacrifice. Verse 18. What a bad person plot against the good boomerangs. The plotter gets it in the end. See, that's when somebody trying to dig a hole for you, trying to stop you. You know, they say the hole you dig, you might as well dig too, because the one you dug for me is the hole you digging for you. You see, so when somebody's trying to go after you, trying to eventually, that's going to boomerang back to them. Why are you worried about that? When somebody's trying to hurt you, instead of standing in faith and believing and trusting, why are you worried about that? You can't get caught up in that, because when the minute you get caught up in that drama, you stop believing. you stop trusting. The minute you start dealing with that foolishness is the moment you stop trusting. Why? Why? Okay. Verse 19. Better to live in a tent in the wild than with a cross and petulant spouse. Let me read that from the New King. Better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Better to live in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. No matter what lifestyle you giving her, she ain't satisfied. See, you got some women that will destroy with their own hands a good lifestyle because they don't appreciate it. They don't have any respect for it. The grass is always greener on the other side. Okay? The grass is always greener on the other side. And they ain't never happy. Nothing can ever please them. And it say, better to live in the wilderness. And see, let me tell you something, ladies. You know, it's when you get quiet, it's when you gonna get a man's attention. When you ain't saying nothing, that's when they gonna start being nice because they don't know what you thinking. He don't know what you thinking. And you just as nice, and they don't know what you're thinking. And they know they are wrong. But you're nice, and you don't change up. Oh, you in his head now. Oh, you in his head. You better cool believe you are in his head. Because he know he wrong, and any other woman probably would be just jumping all over him, and you quiet. You ain't saying nothing. And see, it's always them quiet ones that you got to watch. See, most men know that it's them quiet ones that you got to watch. Okay? So again, it says, thank you, Michael. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, seriously. Seriously. Okay? What's going on, Andrew? Thank you for joining me. It says, better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Okay? Because an angry woman gonna plug down she'll destroy her house with her own hands. Good thing. And don't appreciate it. Good thing. And take it for granted. Like you're gonna be able to find it again. See, that's a mistake a lot of us make when we have good people in our lives, be it man or woman. We treat them any kind of way because we're under the assumption that we're going to find this again. And you had it and took it for granted. And you think it's going to come back to you again when you didn't show no appreciation for it. That's for men and women. Guilty. 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 Okay? Took it for granted. Took it for granted. Oh, it's more. Got to be another one out there somewhere, but they might not find you. They might, and everything that comes after that person that you took for granted is some crap. It's some crap. And you end up regretting. You might not ever tell that person, but inside you regret that you didn't appreciate what you had. And that's real talk right there. Okay? Verse 20. Valuables are safe in a wise person's home. Fools put it all out for yard sales. Valuables are safe in a wise person's home. Fools put it all out for yard sales. Okay? And hey Zinga, man, you drunk, man. Go. I'm hiding all this cussing you doing, man. Thank you for joining me, but you cut that cussing out, man. Cut that cussing out. All right. Let me show you. Verse 20 in the New King James Version say, "There's desirable treasure and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man squanders it." And listen, it says valuables are safe in a wise person's home because they know what they got. They know what they got. They understand what they are in possession of. But fools put it out for yard sale. Man, how many times you done went to a yard sale and somebody got something, they don't even know the value of it, and damn near giving it away because they don't know the value of what they have. And when you don't understand the value of what you possess, you'll give it away because you don't understand the value. You're in a good relationship. You got a good person in your corner, but you don't understand the value of that person. And you would put them on display for somebody to come right behind your back and take them away from you. Because you didn't appreciate. You always putting them down. See, the person that you always putting somebody down to is the one that's going to see the value of the person that you're talking about. See, ladies, a lot of your girlfriends want you talking about your man, will encourage you to leave your man. And they'll be the ones that end up with, because they can see how he's treating you. They see what he's doing for you. And you take that for granted. You see, fellas, see that man, your boy, see what that girl is doing. She watching her cook the meals for you, clean your clothes, wash your clothes, keep you looking good. And you ain't got nothing but negativity to say about that girl. And he'll be the one, man, I wished I had me somebody like that. And the minute you dump her, he gonna end up with her. And you are the one, and you can't be mad because you're the one that put them on to what you had. See, somebody else can see what you got before you can. Let me say that again. See, somebody else can see what you have before you recognize what you got. And they just waiting for the moment. Oh, but what you mad at me for? You didn't want her? You didn't want him? Why you mad at me? Because I took something that you didn't want. And now you're feeling bad because the very person that's got them are the ones that you have confided in. And they end up with what you got. Okay? All right. Verse 21. Whoever goes hunting for what is right and kind, find life itself, glorious life. In the New King James Version, they say, he who follows righteousness and mercy, find life, righteousness, and honor. Okay? He who follows righteousness and mercy finds life, righteousness, and honor. Okay? Verse 22. One sage entered a whole city of armed soldiers. Their trusted defenses fell to pieces. This is what it says in the New King James Version. A wise man scaled the city of the mighty and bring down the trusted stronghold. All it takes is one. That's all it takes is one. That's all it takes is one. That's all, one. Okay? Just one. That's all it takes. Verse 23. Watch your words and hold your tongue. You'll save yourself a lot of grief. Watch your words and hold your tongue. You'll save yourself a lot of grief. How many people have you seen that talk too much? See, you can tell people too much stuff about you. And there are some folk, they're an open book on social media. They're an open book. They ain't supposed to know everything about you. Okay? There's some stuff you need to keep to yourself and don't tell everybody. Okay? It ain't their business. There's some things you don't need to share. Because, see, what people will do, they'll take the information that you share on social media and use it against you. They sure will. They'll use it against you. The minute they get a chance to throw it up in your face, they will. And that's one of the things I say about President-elect Trump. Shut up, man. You talk too much. You're telling everybody what you're going to do. And they down the road waiting on you and sabotaging your plans. And now you're wondering why they ain't working, because you talk too much. Okay? What's going on? Okay, you talk too much. Stop telling people everything about you. Ain't none of their business. Let them find out on their own. You make it easy for them because you tell them everything. Now, I'm not saying don't share, but I'm saying you ain't got to share everything. Everything ain't their business. And there's a lot of stuff on social media. I ain't shit, man. If I told you my story, you'd be like, what? What? Oh, come on, I'm serious. No. Verse 24. You know their name: brash, impudent, blasphemers, intemperate hotheads, every one. In a New King James Version, they say the proud and haughty man, scoffer, is his name. He acts with arrogant pride. How many people do you know that act with arrogant pride? Better than. I sit down at the White House every day. And sometimes when it's like tomorrow's going to be real cold, and I have my scarf tied around my head, I might have a blanket, and people actually come up that are feeding homeless folk and say, would you like some food? I'm like, no, I'm just cold. I'm just cold. I'm cold. Okay? I might look like, but no, I'm sitting out in the cold. I can't sit out here looking cute and get sick. I got to be prepared. Okay? Verse 25. Lazy people finally die of hunger because they won't get up and go to work. Lazy people finally die of hunger because they won't get up and go to work. And you see them every day standing on the corner. That's their job. It's a win situation. They ain't got nothing to offer you. You know, they don't have anything, any kind of service that they are providing. You know, and see, and let me tell you something. When you learn how to serve, you'll always spot opportunities. Now, I've been sitting around, you know, they closed off on the north side of the White House, Pennsylvania Avenue, because they're building the viewing stands for the inauguration parade. And just one day last week, this week, I said, man, let me go around where the Christmas tree is on the south side of the White House and see what I see. Because I'm on the north side. Okay? And you got to look through two fences to try to get a photo of the White House. And go around on the south side, and you can see the whole back of the White House is open. So I said, wait a minute. Maybe I need to be sitting here and letting the folk know this is the best photo that you're going to get of the White House. Don't go around front, because you're just going to get disappointed when you go around there. Okay? Stay here and get the best photo. And I'm constantly telling people, if you're looking for the best photo of the White House, it's on this side. Don't go around to the other side, because you're going to be disappointed and you're going to be mad if you don't take a picture over here, because you're going to have to walk back. And it's a nice little walk. It's a nice little walk. And while I was back there, one of the Secret Service agents came up. He said, Don, said, in 30 minutes, we're going to shut this. Biden was coming back to the White House. Same night, Biden and Kamala Harris came back to the White House at the same time. He said, we're going to shut this down in 30 minutes. I said, do you mind if I tell the people? He said, no, let them know. They got 30 minutes before we're going to close this area off. So now I can say, listen, if you're going to be here, don't procrastinate. Because in 30 minutes, because he came to me at like 4 o'clock, 4:30, man, they shutting this down. You're going to have to go around front and be disappointed with the picture that you can get. You're going to be disappointed. So if you want to see the Christmas tree, if you want to get a photo of the White House in the background, you better do it now. And seeing that's coming from having a heart to serve. Okay? Because when you serve, you got different. And now I just saw a situation on the set where I'm gonna do something else tomorrow. I got another plan for them tomorrow. Okay? Verse 26. Sinners are always wanting what they don't have. The God loyal are always giving what they do have. God, dog. Sinners are always wanting what they don't have. The God loyal are always giving what they do have. See, that God loyal person, if they have $2 in their pocket, they'll share one of them with you. But that sinner can have $2 in their pocket. Give me $1. I need this for myself. I ain't get that. That's how I find out. That's how I test homeless people, see where their hearts are. They come and ask me for, man, give me $1. I'm trying to locate your heart. Because if you tell me, man, I ain't got no money, that's why I'm out here, then I know you're a selfish person. But if you say, I don't have $1, but I give you what I got, now I know you ain't got no selfish heart. And if you think I'm lying, try it one day. When somebody come up on you homeless and say, man, give me $1. And I tell them, your no don't hurt me. I'm just trying to locate your heart. After they tell me no, I tell them absolutely, man, your no don't hurt me. I just located your heart. And you selfish. Because even if you do have, you're not even willing to share out of what you have. But you want somebody to help you. But you're not willing to even share out of the little bit that you do have. And they say, look what it say. The God loyal people are always giving what they do have. So even just a little, man, I'll share half of this with you. I got $3, you can have one. I'll share with you. You see, you're always giving. When you are a God loyal people, you don't look at your need. You see, you know, like I got 6 people up in here. Okay? See, some folk will not be passionate with 6 people. But if they get 25, 30, 40 of 100, see, now they put on a show. But why not put on a show for the little bit that you do have? Give them the same that you would give 100. Why would you do that, True Conductor? Because now you are developing. You are creating. See, you don't have to fake it. See, when you got a small crowd in and you're passionate, or you just going through the motion, you're faking it. But when you can give the same passion and the same fervor to a few that you would a lot, see, you ain't faking that. You're not faking it. And because you're not faking it, when your numbers do increase, see, they feel it even more. That's why you do it. Okay? Verse 27. Religious performance by the wicked stinks. It's even worse when they use it to get ahead. Ooh. Religious performance by the wicked stinks. It's even worse when they use it to get ahead, because they're manipulating your emotions with Jesus. And that's what a religious person will do. Will manipulate your emotions. You know Jesus? Is Jesus in your life? See, when somebody asks you a question like that, they trying to get a feel for where you are. That's all they trying to do. And you got more Christians who are being deceived by the name of Jesus than you can shake a stick at. I'm telling you. Verse 28. A lying witness is unconvincing. A person who speaks truth is respected. A lying witness is unconvincing. When you're a liar, can't trust your word. See, when you're lying, can't nobody trust your word. A person who speaks truth is respected. Why? Because his word can be trusted. That's why they get respect. That lying witness, you can't trust their word. You can't believe nothing they say. That's why I keep telling you, all you got is your word, man. How you treat your word is how people gonna deal with you. Let me say that again. How you treat your word is how people gonna deal with you, and that's what's gonna give you a reputation, good or bad. Ain't no in between. You either gonna have a good reputation, how you deal with your word, or you gonna have a poor reputation, how you deal with your word. Verse 29. Unscrupulous people fake it a lot. Honest people assure their steps. Let's look up that word unscrupulous. I like to give you definitions, man, because I don't want to take it for granted that you know what the word means. Unscrupulous, having or showing no moral principles, not honest or fair, a cheater. Basically, you're a cheater and a liar. That's an unscrupulous person. Unscrupulous people fake it a lot. Well, when you're faking, you pretending. You're pretending when you're faking it. Honest people assure their steps. Because you know why honest people assure their steps? And that unscrupulous person is not? Because that unscrupulous person gonna always have to be looking at what's coming behind them. And they ain't watching where they going. That's how they run into shit. That's how they get caught. Because they looking behind them and they don't see what's coming. But that person who speaks, but honest people assure their steps. Why? Because they ain't got to look behind themselves. They can keep their attention straight in front of them. Because they ain't worried about what's behind them. They ain't told no lies. They ain't got nothing to hide. Okay? All right? Ain't got nothing to hide. That's why they sure their steps. But that person that is the deceiver, that's the crook, that's the liar, that's the cheater, man, they always got to focus some attention on what's behind them. Now, how can you look behind you and see where you're going? How can you can't pay attention to both ways? Because the minute you look back, you're going to stumble over something. And then if you're unscrupulous, if you're lying, cheat, and you keep looking ahead of you, see, you don't see what's coming behind you because you got a lot of crap that's behind you trying to catch up. But when you're an honest person, you ain't got to worry about what's trying to catch up with you. Verse 30, nothing clever, nothing conceived, nothing contrived can get the better of God. Let me say that again. Nothing clever, nothing conceived, nothing contrived can get the better of God. Because you can't lie to God. You can lie to man. You can be clever with man. You can be contrived with man. But God knows your heart. God knows what's in your heart. So you can't fool God. And you got a lot of preachers right now in the pulpit. Clever, conceived, and contrived, and being exposed. Being exposed. Now your life is destroyed because you didn't want to do it the right way. All right? Verse 31. Do your best, prepare for the worst, then trust God to bring the victory. Just that simple. And when you trust God, you'll have moments like I had earlier. Man, I'm telling you, down at the White House, they've been kicking my butt. I mean, I entertain them, play positive music, try to keep them informed. And a lot of people look at my bucket and won't even say, man, thank you. Here's $1. Give me a thumbs up for this message right here. Thumbs up. Won't drop $1 in the bucket. And I just told God, I said, yeah, I don't know what you're going to do, man, but I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you. And God just came up in here today and blessed me. Just blessed me. So, just believe. The Bible says all things are possible for him who believes. And see, this is what I've discovered. When you believe, you be in anticipation. When you believe, you be in anticipation. God, you're going to deliver this. And he will. You can't believe in being fear. You can't believe in being anxiety. Man, you got to be anticipating. Man, where this money going to come from? I believe it's going to come. I don't know where it's coming from, but I believe it's coming. I believe it's coming. I don't know where it's coming from. I just believe it's coming. And let God show you. Let God show you. And I told y'all this morning, man, my cousin's daughter came up here, and we went up to Baltimore to see her and her family. They're going to the game today. And we sat down and had lunch. And I was like, man, I'm not gonna be able to do my normally I do Saturday in Proverbs 10 o'clock in the morning. But I said, as soon as I get back in, I'm going, and the devil was like, see, you ain't got no money. And I come in here and get blessed. I come in here and get blessed. And this is what? 4 days before Christmas? And I get blessed. Because I'm trusting God. I'm trusting God. I'm trusting God that right here, I ain't seen that woman in 5 years, man. That's my wife. I ain't seen her in 5 years. And I'm trusting God to restore all the time that we've been apart. That when we do come back together, it'll be just like we've never missed a day. That's what I'm believing. I'm believing God that he's going to restore all of the time that I done missed with her. I believe that. And that's why I just keep focused on what I'm doing. Oh, by the way, my truthconductor.com. I'm working on that too. Oh, let me show y'all. I don't know if some of y'all saw this or not, but my grandson, man, I'm proud of that kid, boy. That boy is gifted. I ain't lying. I told him, I said, Jeremiah, I need you to make me a Truth Conductor logo. And some kind of way, I want the hat on the T. Okay, let me show you. So when he first sent me the logo, he sent me this. This when he first sent it to me, I said, that's a chauffeur's hat. I don't want that hat. That's a chauffeur's hat. I said, but what I want you to do, I want you to actually spell out truth conductor, but find me a conductor's hat. So then he went on and he said, is that the hat? Wait a minute. He said, Granddaddy, is that the hat? I said, that's it. That's the hat I'm looking for. Okay. Now just spell out truth conductor. So look what he did. Show y'all what my grandson did for me. This is my truth conductor logo right here. That's my truth conductor logo. And I'm gonna have my website up. 2025, my website is gonna be up and running. It's gonna be up and running. Yes, it is. Another stream of income. Another stream of income. And see, and see, I'm using the hat because it looked like a conductor. And I'm featuring the hat because that's part of my brand. So now when hat companies see my logo, they're gonna say my hat is my brand. My hat is my brand. That's my brand. I don't look like no conductor without this hat. I tell you I'm the true conductor, you be like, looking at me like a cow looking at a new gate. What is he talking about, true conductor? What that mean? But when I put this hat on, and I'm telling you, I am the true conductor, now you see a conductor. So my hat is my brand. I'm telling you. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I just know that it is, and I'm trusting God. Man, I hope you got something out of it today. Thank you so very much, man. I mean, it's wind. It's a great day for me. I ain't lying. Great day for me. Great day for me. Great day for me. Yes, it was. Okay, great day. And if I, if some weird reason that I don't go live before Christmas, man, Merry Christmas. Thank you, man. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, man. And may you have a very prosperous, healthy, happy, safe new year. Because I don't want to take it for granted that, I pray that I'm still here. Because listen, let me tell you something. These next 10 days, a lot of people going to be checking out. And I pray and hope I ain't one of them. But a lot of people, this is their 2024 is the end of the line for them. And I pray that it's not the end of the line for me and my family. I pray that it's not the end of the line, but these next 10 days, it's going to be a lot of people checking out because 2024 is the end of the line for them. Okay? So don't take it for granted. A lot of people making New Year's Eve plans and ain't gonna even be here. A lot of people making Christmas Eve plans, Christmas plans, ain't gonna be here. And that ain't but 4 days away. And they not gonna even be here. And they taking that for granted. And I'm just saying to you, man, don't take life for granted. Look at them people over in Germany that was at this Christmas celebration. And this guy run his car through them and kill up a whole bunch of people. See, you don't know. You don't know. They didn't. That was the last thing on their mind. That they go into this event and they end up getting killed by some deranged person. That wasn't on their mind when they left home. They going to have some fun. So be mindful, man, and pay attention to your intuition. If your intuition tell you don't do something, don't do it. Don't do it. You know, if something happened and you miss a light or you miss a train, don't get upset. There's a reason for that. Because that might keep you out of harm's way. You never know. And a lot of y'all get upset and angry and could be being kept out of harm's way. So stop taking life for granted. Okay? All right, man. I'll see y'all later.